Every city has a sound that defines it. In Nairobi, it might be the hum of traffic at dawn, the distant call of matatus, or the rhythm of footsteps as the city wakes up. But beneath all that noise, there is another sound, quieter, older, and often forgotten, the sound of water moving. The Nairobi River has been flowing long before skyscrapers, highways, and streetlights. Long before this city had a name, it has seen Nairobi grow from open land into one of Africa's fastest growing urban centers. And through every phase of that growth, the river has remained watching, absorbing, enduring. Yet for a long time, we stopped paying attention. Most people don't remember the first time they saw the Nairobi River. It was always just there, something you crossed on a bridge, something you passed through a window, something you avoided standing near for too long. Over time, the river became part of the background of city life, present but unnoticed. And that's how decline begins, not with distraction, but with silence. As Nairobi expanded, the river slowly became a victim of convenience. West followed gravity, homes followed available land, industries followed opportunity, and the river followed its course, carrying everything we placed in its path. Plastic, sewage, chemicals, and debris didn't appear overnight. They arrived one careless act at a time. For communities living along its banks, the river was never invisible. It was part of daily life. It flooded homes during heavy rains. It carried disease during dry seasons. Children grew up playing near water that was never safe. These communities felt the consequences long before the rest of the city noticed. And still, the river kept flowing. For decades, the Nairobi River became a symbol of urban failure, a reminder of what happens when cities grow faster than systems, faster than responsibility. Many believed the damage was irreversible, that the river was too polluted, too neglected, too far gone to ever be saved. But rivers have memory and cities have choices. In recent years, a powerful question began to emerge. What if the Nairobi River was not a lost cause? What if it could be restored? Not just cleaned, but respected again? What if the river would become part of Nairobi's future instead of its past? That question gave birth to the Nairobi Regeneration Program, one of the most ambitious urban environmental efforts in Kenya's history. The project is not just about removing garbage from water, it is about undoing decades of neglect. It is about redefining how a city relates to its natural systems. And most importantly, it is about people. Because the river does not exist in isolation, it flows through neighborhoods, livelihoods, dreams, and struggles. Every decision made about the river affects someone's home, someone's health, someone's future. The regeneration effort stretches beyond the main river itself, reaching into its tributaries, the main Madare River and Ngong River, recognizing that healing must start at the source. Pollution upstream becomes suffering downstream. There is no shortcut when it comes to water. Today, machines dig where water once choked on waste. Community groups clean areas once abandoned. Enforcement replaces excuses. Planning replaces improvisation. And slowly, the river begins to show signs of life again. But this is not a story of instant success. It is a story of difficult choices, of demolitions and relocations, of resistance and cooperation, of learning that development without care always demands repayment. The Nairobi River is teaching that lesson to an entire city. This documentary is an invitation to look closer, to listen, to understand how a river reflects who we are and what we value. Because when a city restores its river, it is not just fixing the environment, it is connecting its relationship with itself. This is the story of Nairobi River, not just where it flows, but where Nairobi is going. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you haven't subscribed, kindly subscribe, and I will see you on our next video.